So the remake of Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door has finally come out today, and this is honestly one of like the big games that we knew about that's going to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch this year. As besides that, I mean, the only thing that we have now after this is the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD game, which is going to be coming out next month in June. However, the Nintendo president did announce at the Nintendo financial meeting, which happened earlier this month, that there is going to be a Nintendo Direct, which is going to be happening next month, and that's going to give us kind of a bigger roadmap for what to expect for the rest of the year. So I'm sure there's going to be some other games and stuff that will be announced there, so we'll have an idea for what other games to expect coming out for the Switch, but this is definitely one of the biggest games that we know about that was already going to be coming. Now, I just got my copy delivered, and I'm definitely looking forward to playing this game over the weekend. If you live in the US, you probably have Memorial Day off too with Monday, so you've basically got an extended weekend to be able to play a lot of Paper Mario, so that's really awesome. But just in general, like if you've never played this game before, I really feel like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door, as well as Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story for the DS, are probably some of the best like RPG Mario games ever made, so if you haven't played those games, definitely play them because they have some really good stories and just overall are some really high quality Mario games. So this is a remake that I know a lot of people were really looking forward to, and it just felt like a lot of people were asking for just kind of a basic port of like Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door from the GameCube to the Nintendo Switch, but the fact that we basically got an entire remake and it seems to be made in like the Origami King engine, it's really nice to see that, and so this game is going to be a ton of fun. Now, much like with every major Nintendo release, the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake also got leaked ahead of time from somebody who managed to get the game early and then dump all of the contents and upload the ROM for the game online, to which people were able to download it and play the game on their hack Switches, but it also meant people could download the game files and look through them and do a thorough data mine to see anything that could be hidden inside of the game. And from somebody who did this, it seems like this game is actually hiding a very interesting secret that we really have no idea exactly why they could do this, and there's really only one thing that comes to mind, and so I felt like I should talk about this because it does make me pretty excited for what could be in store into the future, and so I felt like we should talk about this and I'll give you guys my thoughts. So if we take a look at this tweet right here, it says, there seems to be code for handling 4K resolutions in the new Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake. No idea if this is normal for Switch games or not, but I thought it was interesting. So this is actually really crazy coming from the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake, because if we take a look right here, we can see all of the resolutions that this game is able to output into. And at the very bottom here, we've got 1280 by 720, which basically means 720p. And then at the top here, we've got 1920 by 1080, which means 1080p. And then at the very top here, we've got 3840 by 2160, which is the resolution for 4K. Now, this is really crazy because if you don't know already, the current Nintendo Switch that we all have right now in our homes, whether you have a Switch Lite or the normal Nintendo Switch or the Switch OLED, it is impossible for that system to be able to output into 4K. It's not made with 4K in mind, the system is just not capable of anything with 4K. So that brings into question, why on earth would Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake have an option to output into 4K? Like, if the system is not capable of it, then it makes absolutely no sense. Like, why go through the effort of making this game be able to output into 4K and have the option for that if the game was never going to be able to do that in the first place? And the reason is that, what if this means they're going to do something with the next generation system and the Nintendo Switch 2? So at the financial meeting earlier this month, the Nintendo president already confirmed that they are going to be revealing the next generation Nintendo system, or the Switch 2, before the end of Nintendo's fiscal year, which is going to be ending in March of 2025. So more than likely, we're definitely going to see this system revealed within the coming months, as I feel like they're definitely going to reveal it still at some point this year, more than likely in like fall or winter time, and then get that system ready to be releasing sometime into the early months of next year. But the thing about this that's really interesting is, if the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake already has an option to be able to have this game work in 4K, then it really seems like maybe Nintendo is starting to future-proof a lot of these updated games that are coming out right now very close to their next system, and that maybe the next system is going to have some type of patch or some type of update that's going to come out that's really going to make all of these new releases run better with having 4K resolution. And there's even talks if the frame rate could be updated, because that's another thing too, is that we've actually had the Digital Foundry analysis that came out for the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake, and so really the only thing I feel like for me with this game, because I really love all of the updates and the quality of life changes and everything that they've done with this remake, but really the only thing that I just have like my minor little gripe with this game is that the game runs in 30 FPS. And it's pretty disappointing because the original game on the GameCube ran in 60 FPS, and especially for like these types of games where you have button prompts that you have to do at the right time and stuff, having 60 FPS I feel like is definitely much better than having 30 FPS. And so I really feel like it would be nice if this remake could also run in 60 FPS. And it doesn't even run in 1080p, which is surprising too, because you would think that Paper Mario wouldn't be super demanding. It's not like it's some super hyper realistic stylized game or anything, but it still seems to not be able to output into 1080p even, as in docked mode the Digital Foundry analysis said that the game runs in 900p. But if we have options here already saying that the game is going to be able to work in 4K, and all the rumors are saying that the Nintendo Switch 2 is going to have DLSS upscaling to 4K with 2160p, then it really seems like maybe Nintendo is starting to future-proof this, and maybe they're even going to show this off like in terms of like the big presentation that they have for the Switch 2, that there's going to be a lot of games that we already have on the current Nintendo Switch, and they're all going to be getting updates or patches or something that are going to make them run better. Like imagine if they do this with like Tears of the Kingdom and Xenoblade games and a lot of these other games that could really benefit from higher resolution and frame rates. Just getting big updates like that on the Switch 2 would be so nice. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is one of the first Nintendo Switch games to have an option within the code to output into 4K resolution, as if other games had this, I feel like we would have heard about it by now, so it really seems like this is one of the first games that has this, and I feel like it's going to be interesting to see now if other new releases that come out for the Nintendo Switch, starting after this Paper Mario remake, are all going to have options for outputting into 4K, because if now we get the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD game next month, and that also has an option to output into 4K, if some other games that are coming out later this year also have that option, then I feel like it really shows that Nintendo is basically starting to future-proof, because a lot of these games are just going to be getting updated versions that are going to be coming out for the Switch 2. I feel like it would be amazing if you could just put in the cartridge through like backwards compatibility, or if you have the game already downloaded, then the game just immediately recognizes that this is on a Switch 2 and it just starts playing it in 4K with better frame rates and stuff. But I feel like I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, because when talking about the frame rate too, they mentioned here like on the tweet that it seems like the frame rate is locked, but they would be able to change some stuff around and still be able to have it work in 60 FPS. So more than likely it would probably be like a patch or like an update that gets rolled out, and you'd be able to do that to be able to have the game be able to work with better frame rates and stuff too. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna have to take a look and see if other games coming out now also seem to be able to do this. But yeah, there you go guys, that is pretty much all the information that we have right now about the Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake potentially having an option to output into 4K. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel, as well as I'm definitely going to have some more videos talking about Nintendo stuff as the information comes out, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Comment down below and let me know what you guys think about all of this. How do you guys feel about the possibility of this Paper Mario game being able to output into a higher resolution with 4K, maybe even having better frame rates? Do you guys think that this is for the Nintendo Switch 2? Do you think that it's not going to be for anything? Do you think that there is going to be patches for the next system? How do you guys feel about everything? Definitely be sure to comment down below and let me know. But if you don't have anything to say about this, just comment your favorite emoji down below for some engagement. I would really appreciate it. Go follow me on Twitter at @Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord server as well. We've got a bunch of people in there who are always talking about Pokemon and Smash Bros and Nintendo, so definitely be sure to join that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.